Hello, me lads and lovelies. Captain Edward von Arkham here, coming to you from on board the MHS Hysteria. Please excuse my somewhat disheveled decorum, but I have had quite an exciting day. I'm afraid I caused a bit of a scandal. Although, in my defense, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It all started in Paris, as most scandals do. Lytton had heard of an ostentatious party being held in Paris by an illustrious French dignitary. He neglected to tell me who the dignitary was, or where in Paris the party was being held. We arrived in 1803 at an extravagant estate mansion. Lily volunteered to keep watch on board while the rest of us went in. We snuck into the party via the back door. Had we gone in the front, I would have instantly recognized where we were. But we slipped in the back and proceeded to mingle. It was a lovely little soiree. Everyone was dressed to impress. Tiny little glasses of shampoo and plates of hors d'oeuvres. I've never really known what hors d'oeuvres are. I think it's French for I'm still hungry. Any which way and how, the crew was having a splendid evening. Lytton was charming two lovely ladies with his practiced French. He was doing very well, although after a while one of them slapped him and stormed off. Maybe he mispronounced a word. Either that or he referred to the other lady as the pretty one. Oft spent a while chatting with a group of decorated soldiers. He may or may not have given them the idea of the French Foreign Legion 22 years early. Augustus didn't really seem to enjoy himself that much. He just stood in the corner all night, watching everyone. I'm not sure if it's because he's not much of a party-goer, or that he just doesn't like the French. Either one is fine with me. Elsa thoroughly enjoyed herself. She was delighted by the exquisite flower arrangements and the hors d'oeuvres, although she did remark that they weren't nearly buttery enough. I gave her no argument. I don't understand the French obsession with tiny food. One bite and it's gone. I had 30 of those little prawn quiche things before I was full. Unfortunately, those 30 little prawn quiche things did not agree with my stomach. They must have been undercooked or something, because I needed to visit the lavatory, and fast. I dashed upstairs and through the first set of doors I could find, hoping that it was a lavatory. Well, just imagine my surprise when I burst into a room to find a woman lying in a porcelain bathtub filled with milk. And before I could make heads or tails of the situation, the doors on the other side of the room burst open, and who should come barging in with an escort of guards but Napoleon sodding Bonaparte! It turns out that the woman in the tub was the short man's sister, Pauline sodding Bonaparte. Lytton had taken us to the sodding Tuileries Palace! Napoleon was not happy with what he saw. I do believe he rather misunderstood the situation. But before I could explain my presence, those prawn quiches decided to give my stomach a little nudge, and I vomited on Pauline Bonaparte. Well, if anything, that just made Napoleon angrier. "Et vendez-vous des misères to faire casquette imbécile!" Well, fortunately for me, Napoleon's tiny little legs couldn't carry him that fast, so I managed to beat a hasty retreat. I darted back downstairs and quickly signaled to the crew that it was time to leave. They weren't that eager to be off until the guards ran down the stairs after me. We shoved our way through the party and back out to the Hysteria. We got away in time, but I don't think we'll be invited back. Well, that's our time for today. I think it's only cricket that I send the short man a letter of explanation. Until next time, stay mad, my duckies. Dear Mr. Bonaparte, I'm very sorry that I vomited on your sister. It will not happen again. Sincerely, Captain Edward von Arkham. P.S. Have a word with your catering staff about the dangers of undercooking prawns.